Hey YouTube, it's Owen here, and I am playing some Riven at top lane, but I'm playing it in a really different way. Versus a Mundo, so I'm gonna go for just all out.
Choose your own path.
This is a normal game, so can't expect too much. On top of that, I'm running like a really trolly rune page that I just made, giving me plus 22 AD level 1. And I'm also running Barrier Ignite, so if you guys don't really want to watch this, that's fine. A lot of the same principles of the mechanics and stuff will apply though. But I have, I guess, a lot to talk about, so I wanted to make a video. And it's been a really long time since I've successfully made a video in ranks, so I thought I'd just put this one out there as soon as I could. And I guess let's start out with, in season 4, I primarily switched from going from AP mid laner to AD top laner, and I really like the change because I really like high damage bruisers that kind of get in your face and can win lane and shove really hard and kind of just destroy in a 1v1. I really like anyone that can win a 1v1 because I really like outplaying people. Like, the whole reason why I like play League is so that I can outplay people. And I started playing top because I like that role, and I didn't like all the matchups that I was against for mid lane. So my champion pool at the time was like Brand, Lux, and Ahri. And then kind of like in season 4, this like new meta came out where it was Gragas and LeBlanc, and I got kind of fucked every game because it's really annoying to play Gragas versus Ahri. Pre-6 it's really hard, and actually after 6 if you get behind it's really hard because he can just blow you up. And I don't know, sometimes you can do the matchup fine, but other times it was pretty difficult. Oh my god, he does so much damage when I don't have any armor. But oh fuck. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I need my shield. But so I started playing top lane a lot. I think I might transition back to mid lane just because there's a lot of AD mid laners that I want to play. Like, I wanted to play Zed. I want to play Zed a lot. I also want to play Yasuo a lot. So I think it's just gonna be like whatever the flavor of the month is, because I could almost care less for who I'm playing at the moment. I just really like people that can 1v1 a lot and win trades, so I might just have to play it based on that. Wow. So I don't think he expected me that barrier. Yay for barrier.
What conflict awaits?
I mean, if you thought like, oh yeah, this is really good, it's not. It's just I mean, I think barrier might be pretty good. Barrier top lane's pretty good because at least in 1v1s it is, because obviously that's pretty like self-explanatory. You're gonna win a lot of trades with barrier instead of flash, just because if someone tries to 1v1 you, then you can just out DPS them and you mitigate a huge amount of damage.
Choose your own path.
So that's fine. But I don't think that having 22 AD is ever a good idea. Just because of the fact that you could get armor, and anything else would be better than having AD quints, or not AD quints, anything else would be better than having AD marks and AD blues. Because AD blues are really bad, and AD marks are really bad. I think you get a total of like 6 AD from quints, or not from quints, from glyphs and marks, just in AD. What else was I going to talk about? So on top of that, I started. Wait, was I saying anything else? Oh yeah, well I started playing Yasuo and Zed again, and I realized that they were really strong mid, and they're really strong against the current meta, and I was kind of having a lot of fun with them. So who knows if I go back to that. Also, Ahri's still really good. Ahri's really fun every now and then.
What conflict awaits?
So I have to see. And then on top of that, I started streaming, and I think a lot of you might know that because of the fact that I put my stream up on YouTube. Like I said, I'm streaming every time I have been on YouTube, like I upload a video that tells you guys that I'm streaming. Because I want you guys to be involved in that, and if you're wondering, my Twitch account is called death09 as well. I'm not sure if I could win a trade here or not, but they don't think that they can, so I think we're good. I think we are good citizens of the earth. Yeah, so it's death09, which is http:// twitch.tv / death09. And I'll try to stream as much as I can. I've been streaming a lot lately, and I mean a lot lately, and that's just because of the fact that what is it? It's winter break, so as soon as winter break's over, I might not be streaming as much because I'll have a lot of school. But until then, I'll be pretty good, or pretty set. I want to start making a lot of ranked videos. I actually want to start playing ranked, so I'm waiting kind of for the reset at this point, because I don't want to get diamond and then just get pushed back into the reset. Also, everyone in Plat's a fucking troll and feeds like crazy, so it's pretty annoying at sometimes. Because like you either get like pretty good people, there's like this difference, there's like some pretty good people, and then there's people that aren't playing the role that they get, and then they just fucking suck. And it's like, you should have a little bit better of an all-around thing, or if you really want to, you can just dodge and then your MMR will just be so high that you'll go up no matter what. Cool, I'm really liking this actually, but that's just because I'm doing a lot of damage. I actually don't really mind having barrier instead of flash. The only thing that you have to know is that like you sacrifice a lot of damage potential, or like not a lot of damage potential. Well, kinda. You can set up a lot of plays by having barrier instead of or you can set up a lot of plays by having flash instead of barrier, because you can do this thing where you go like this, and then flash and Q, and you can actually knock them backwards towards your team, and you can get into better positions and flash stuns and flash dodge stuff. And you have an E, so you can dodge stuff like that too. Having barrier is more like, if you engage on me, I'm gonna kill you, and if you and someone else engage on me, I'm gonna kill both of you. So I was pretty interested in trying it this morning, and then I was playing really stupid because I was like looking off the computer, looking away from the computer, and just started feeding like crazy. Also, it was really fun playing top lane, and then you start playing against people like Shyvana and stuff, and it's still not bad when you play an actual top laner, but if you play someone that's really damagey, you can get out traded like crazy. Like right now, honestly, I probably should be out traded by this window. I think the only reason why I'm not is because he's got some AP, and that's just from his E. No, it's not. He's got AP and AD. So if you would have just had like pure defensive stuff and then just magic pen, then I would have gotten fucked. Oh yeah, also if I would have gone in really poorly, like if you don't realize this, but having armor is really good against minions, so like even in mid lane, mid laners tend to take armor instead of magic resist, and that's just because magic resist doesn't really do that much for you early, because AP doesn't really do that much for you early, but or it doesn't really do that much against you early, but minions actually straight up rape, and so do auto attacks from mid laners. On top of that, I wanted to start making some videos for guides or something like that. Like, I'm gonna use this guy as an example because I met him from YouTube, and I started kind of talking to him about stuff and playing with him, and I'm pretty sure he was in bronze. I don't remember what division he was, but he was in bronze, and then we started playing and he was asking some questions and stuff, and I was trying to help him out, and I was trying to teach him how to like lane and like try to like how to think basically, and I've seen a ton of improvement in his gameplay, and I think it's pretty cool. And I think that the whole difference between like high elo and not high elo is literally just the way that you think. Because you can play any way that you want to and just destroy people. I mean, I'm not doing bad and I'm playing pure AD right now. So you can play any way that you want and you can destroy people typically. But the way that you think is the real way that you should be curious. Because it's like, you just have to play in the same way that your playstyle is. So if I'm going to go pure AD top lane, I have to play it like I'm going to get engaged on, and I'm not going to be playing like I'm going to get poked to death, I'm not going to engage, I'm not going to take minion damage. And I think the real big difference between plat and I think the difference between like plat and silver is just the fact that plat people kind of know how the game works, and silver people are just typically usually just getting into the game and understanding how stuff goes. Like bronze people might have a pretty good understanding of laning phase and trading and stuff, but they might not understand like how to freeze a lane, or they might not understand why taking a turret is sometimes bad for you, or they might not understand why you'd want to rush down a turret, or they might not understand why you would lane swap or something like that. Or they might not understand that there's a difference between a sustain lane bot lane and a all-in lane bot lane, or something like that. Or let's say you were playing all AD Riven like this, and you were going against a tanky Mundo and he was doing pretty well. Now a typical thing that you wouldn't do is continue to go to a lane and try to like beat him 1v1, because if he's too tanky to kill, then he's too tanky to kill. So something that you might want to do is try considering like roaming mid and getting kills that way. And I don't think a lot of people know that. And I don't think a lot of people also know how to come back from being behind. And I think that that causes games in low elo to either like go on forever or not go on very quick at all. So you either get like these really long games, or you get like these really short games where like one team just stomps and then the other team just like repeatedly feeds until it's just a complete stomp. And it's crazy because, wow, I suck. I'm probably just gonna have to end up using this.
No looking back.
Nah, I'm gonna take their white. So I was kind of thinking, you know, there are different ways to learn how to play League, but maybe I could make some videos on the techniques to League. I think there's probably a ton of those out there already, but different techniques and stuff, probably pretty smart thing to learn, because there's just a lot of little niches in League of Legends that you really don't learn, but they are a huge help, and they can actually really increase your gameplay. And it's just from having increased game knowledge. Having decisions and stuff, that's also a good part of winning. And then on top of that, I think the difference between plat and diamond, at a certain point, I think the difference between plat and diamond is just like decision making and overall skill. I think that if you're in diamond, then you have really good mechanics and you overall know how the game works, and you kind of have these ideas of how to make the game better, like, or how to do better things. Like, I know a lot of my friends lately have been thinking like, fuck this tank meta, how do we get rid of it, or how do we fix it? So we've been trying like Kog'Maw, AD carry and stuff, and I think that that's something that would be pretty worthwhile to look into, or to like think of things that are sort of like of the sort. So like try out different champions that have sustain, or try out different like real bullies. I need to move here. Oh my god, I was trying to get my wind slash off to finish her. I suck. That's another thing. I need to work on map awareness. When I'm top lane, I almost have no map awareness. When I'm anywhere else, I have, I tend to have a little bit better map awareness. But like, I played top for a really long time, and then transitioned mid, and then I was like, oh shit, people roam? This is weird. So like, something that's really good right now, I'm just going to point this out, is Yasuo, because he does a ton of damage, and the fact that he's squishy doesn't really matter just because he has CC, and it's really hard to kill someone that's really squishy if you're CC'd because you can't do anything, and a knock-up is like the ultimate form of CC, honestly. I think it's better than a stun because you can't cleanse it, so knock-up is godlike, and something that I kind of thought of was to play Master Yi mid again, because he does really good, and because he shits on Yasuo in a way, because you can't get blocked, you can't have anything blocked by Yasuo, because his W is basically pointless at that point. You can catch up to him if you ease away because you're really fast, and you can consistently auto attack him, and then the only bad part was that he can kind of CC you and out damage you, which is really bad for Master Yi, but you can actually avoid that by getting your Q on Master Yi, and then just trying to Q away, or Q on on Yasuo as soon as you see his tornado.
Choose your own
And you can kind of tell that I'm playing differently, because normally on Riven I'd probably gladly tower dive for a kill, but I only have 53 armor, and Mungo's a pain in the ass to kill, so I really don't want to tower dive. I think he just popped his ulti, that's good for me. I don't have Ignite, so I can't stop anything. Ignite's a pretty good counter to Mundo.
My spirit is not lost.
Took a lot of damage there, but I can mainly sustain it back up. Oh my god, fuck it, I'm done. I got kited around the turret. That's kind of one of the bad things about not having boots. But I do a lot of damage, and I should technically melt down this turret. More or less, you know. It takes a while to take turrets down anyways. Oh my god, did I miss that? Looks like I did.
Rampage.
I think that people should just really be more open with League. Like when they're thinking about it and trying to learn the game, you should really just try to be open in as many ways as possible. Because everyone's opinion can somehow be a little bit right. Like, that sounds really shitty, but let's say I'm mid lane and I'm sitting there and then my lane goes to roam somewhere, and then they roam bot lane and he gets a kill or something but dies, and someone's like, bro, you should have came down there, we could have gotten 2 kills on the bot lane too. And in truthfulness, they're probably right, but then you could also counter with, but then I got a lot of damage on the turret, or I took the turret, and that's kind of an equal trade because we get more team gold. So it's weird that there are a lot of different ways to play this. Fuck, I don't have any slows or anything anymore. Whoa, he's staying. That never happens. Fuck you, are you joking me? I could gladly talk about League for a while. Oh my god. I think I knew this. Oh my god, I didn't do it. Oh, fuck it, I'm not gonna chase him. Because I know where he is. Oh my god, I didn't fucking make it over the wall. That almost never happens.
Learn from your mistakes.
Like, I don't know, after like, you know, a couple hundred games of Riven, that almost never happens. I have 190 CS almost at 19 minutes. I think I'm doing fairly well. I don't think he should have his okay. The whole reason that went wrong for them is that because Shyvana came in with really low health, so I decided to all in her, and then she didn't realize that it was really farmed, So she had to flash out, and because she actually went in, Mundo went in, so they thought that they could 2v1 me. And then they didn't, like, something that they probably didn't realize was that I don't have fucking boots, and I've got a ton of AD, and I don't have defenses, and I have barrier. So there's just a lot of things that went into that. And you can think about it in a couple of different ways, like, obviously, if I had flash or something, I could have killed Shyvana, but then I probably wouldn't have gotten to this point already, in some sense, because I had to barrier bait the first kill with Mundo, or the first kill that I got with Mundo, I had to barrier bait it, and that gave me a huge lead.
How should I proceed?
Something else, people need to relax about buffs, because in mid lane, like a lot of times if you're mid lane, if you get a buff, you can come back from a gank, or you can come back from having a deficit in lane, or you can just feed away the buff and give it to the other person. And really, I do think the person that gets to decide that is the jungler, in like some shitty way, unless the jungler thing really BM or something like that. Fuck that guy. That guy just stole my buff. Or not my buff, my double golem. I do think that the jungler actually gets a large say in that, because they're the one that's fucking clearing the jungle in the first place. What do I even want here?
So long I've wandered.
But I know a lot of people that have like AFK'd and stuff over that, and there's really no reason to. I think that you should just play a rank game like you basically play it normal. Because if I was playing a rank game exactly like I was playing right now, I honestly wouldn't be depressed at all, because I'd be really happy with my performance. Because so far, I've got 203 CS at 22 minutes, and I'm 4-1-0 with 2 turrets pushed in my lane. I mean, I've had 0 presence anywhere else in the map, but I've drawn Shyvana to me at least like 3 times. So I'm not doing terrible. And I think that's just my playstyle. However, there are people that play like, I can see that. I'm just gonna kill her if she comes over here. There's Mundo too. I think I got this, guys. I took red buff for a reason. Oh my god, please die.
I know.
Okay. Went a little bit hard there. Now I'm in the base.
A sword mirrors its
Can I get over this wall? Thank you, Jesus. What?
is not lost.
Wow, I got fucked. I forgot that, there's something else. So, 80 carries, they're not awful, but they have a purpose, a very unique purpose. Like, this Ezreal's purpose is to poke down melee champions that decide to tower dive, and that was me, and I died. And he did a lot of damage to me, and slightly because he's 10 and 4, but slightly because I've got 63 armor. What do I want with this? I want a Hex Drinker, and I have another blade. I'll just go for another Bloodthirster. I'll just go for 2 Bloodthirsters this
So
game.
long I've wandered.
So like next 2 items, Bloodthirsters. I think I'm gonna try to win this game, just to prove a point that you can win by doing whatever you want, so long as you have confidence in yourself and you know how to play it. Like if I was just playing this and I was playing like I'm gonna try to tower dive you all the time because I'm Riven, and then I found out that
Learn
I have
from
no
your
mobility, that'd be a completely different story in how this game would have gone. Not to mention, starting with all AD runes kind of sucks really badly in late game. Because I don't, well, not even really late game, just, it's not, I don't think it's good any time of the game, because I could trade so much better if I had armor. Because one, like, I took so much damage from minions, it could be like that negative thing where, like, you think it's bad because you only see the negatives in it, but in reality it's good. But I think this one's just negative because it's negative.
conflict awaits.
Like if Mundo would have followed me up, I think if Mundo would have just followed, what the fuck did she just ult away?
My hands are stained.
I'm just pinging at literally every objective on the map because I think that they can do them if I can draw enough attention top lane. So like another important skill to learn is kind of like where to place wards, because each placement of a ward has a different purpose. Like there's actually a way that you can stop or prevent lane ganks depending on which side you're at, and it's kind of funny because I literally just found that out earlier today. Like I was thinking, because I got ganked by this Vi. I was playing this Elisa in game. I got ganked by this Vi, and I was like, why the fuck is she ganking me so often? This is like a third gank, and she just came through lane. I don't really want that to happen again, but I want to be really pressuring. Ooh. Maybe get polymorph. Thank you, KO, for ulting me. I didn't even think that was gonna happen. Somehow Yasuo died, and we got a turret from it. I'm okay with that. Ooh, did I? Okay. Thought I just died. I did die, but it was because of Ezreal. Melting face. We could probably use a tank at this point, or just some way to insta-give him. Insta-gib. I'm gonna buy... BF sword. Also, something that's pretty important is to realize what's good and what's not so good, because I was looking at this thing on like I was looking at the win rate of champions, you know, and I was thinking maybe there's just like certain champions that have bad win rates, but it's just because they have like or the person that's playing him doesn't have enough skill. Like, because I was thinking Zed gets outclassed by everyone that is mid lane, really, like, because he can get beat by literally Gragas can beat him in some way, Ahri can beat him in some way, Riven can beat him in some way. Who else do people even play mid lane right now? Yasuo can beat him in some way. Holy shit, that E got destroyed. I'm not gonna be around here because I'm gonna die. Actually, kill me. What the fuck? I didn't spell ult right. She must have not known. Because I know where ult's up. The green dot's there. Why didn't she ult? She must have not expected that or something. Yeah, Ezreal's doing a lot of damage. But if you're positive to your team, like if this is just a normal, but I mean, if you're really positive to your team, then you can honestly come back from almost anything. Like there's a lot of games where like I've had teams and we've been playing each other and we're playing like shit, and then one good thing happens, one good thing, and we completely just stop talking to each other, except with like some pings and the occasional like blah 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 is based. I wish I wasn't so slow. Why doesn't she ult? I mean, I know polymorph is like a silence, so I can understand that one. But I don't really understand why she doesn't ult before that or anything, because it's not really as good to ult. Oh my god, please this game. It's not really that good to ult late. It's more, it's better to ult like to avoid burst or to just avoid constant damage. On Kayle at least, because on Kayle, it's not like you're gonna just sit there and then once you are low, you're just gonna live forever like you do with Tryndamere, and there's really no way of coming back from that. So it's better to just ult when you can mitigate the most damage. Because on Trinity you at least have like some life steal or something. I think I can solo this almost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have soloed this. Just because I have a lot of life steal right now. Ezreal's also somewhere near bot lane, I think. Okay. Because he did ult here, and it looked like it was pretty far away. He was around mid lane. Did someone just bladed around kill me? Okay. I think we can end it here.
Burdens of the past.
Fuck, dude. Honestly. I mean, I just made it over that wall. Maybe it's only around the sides that you can make it over. I always have to check. Holy shit. I think our minions are gonna delay long enough. But Ezreal's up in like 2 seconds. I don't know why they're calling GG, we could definitely throw it right here. Come on, thank you, God. Alright, GG. So, game's over actually, see you guys.